So, I recently realized why some people's YouTube shorts have never gone viral and will continue to never go viral so long as they keep making this simple mistake with their videos that they themselves don't even realize what they're doing wrong. Okay, I'm going to show you a video example right now. Mr. Beast, how he became rich, right? United States. I don't know what this title even is, right? 35K views.
How did Mr. Beast become so rich? He started a YouTube channel at 13. Back then, he couldn't even afford a mic. As he earned from YouTube, he bought gear. Still, he wasn't rich. Then one day, he counted to 1 million live. It went viral. Now he's super busy, donates tons of money, and spends millions on his video.
After just watching that video, that wasn't very entertaining, exciting at all, as well as the hook was very dry. But the main thing with hooks that you need to realize is you have to actually kind of put makeup on your videos as much as possible to make the viewer interested. And what I mean by put makeup on your videos, you want to kind of over exaggerate things. Okay, YouTube Shorts is a very competitive field. You have to really earn a viewer. You have to earn people's view in order to watch the video, but at the same time you want to still give them that payoff, right? And a lot of people may see this as like a bad thing, like, oh, over exaggerating, clickbait. It's not even clickbait really, because you are giving them the thing, but you have to kind of, spice it up a bit, right, in order to make people interested to keep watching. Because let's be honest, the hook of this is dry.
Friends, how did Mr. Beast become so rich?
Like, you might think like, oh, it's straightforward, good, whatever, but like a lot of people just watching will not be that interested. Like, he probably could have did something like, Mr. Beast just bought a private jet, but how did he afford to get this, right? Something like that. You kind of have to like put something in the viewer's face that's like cool and makes them wonder, right? And obviously our next thing is, a lot of people will just assume like, oh, like, yeah, it's just YouTube, like he makes YouTube videos. So that in itself is kind of uninteresting for the viewer. What you could do is to say something like, you might think YouTube paid for this, blah blah blah. Well, to be honest, it did, but like there's so many other things you have to think about when making these videos, right? Because going back to the makeup thing, right, literally Call of Duty games, or even like the new iPhones that release every single year, right, most of the time they're just the same thing with like a new feature, a little upgrade, whatever, and they have like an entire presentation. Call of Duty has an entire trailer, whatever, showing basically almost the same thing, but they're really just trying to make it seem as different and new as possible for the people watching, so that they can obviously purchase the new product every single year. You want to kind of copy that same format with your YouTube videos. And I'm going to show an example, well, some examples of how to basically do this right. So I'm actually going to start with this one, right, of showing how to make a viewer interested in a topic. Because trust me, something like this, as I said, Mr. Beast has a huge fan base, right? So YouTube also knows your niche, right? And it has an audience. So if your videos don't go viral, it's simply because the people watching in that niche that watch those videos aren't interested, right? So there is an audience there. They just don't want to watch your piece of shit video, right? They have something better to watch. So let's look at something like this.
Cristiano Ronaldo finally found the girls who gave him free food when he was young.
When you were 13, you were so hungry that you'd go into a local McDonald's and you would hang around the back, and two ladies in the McDonald's would give you free burgers.
Right, we don't really need to watch the remaining of the video, but the hook of this video itself is enough to get the people interested watching, right? Cristiano Ronaldo fans, football fans, whatever, right? I don't think anyone watching this even remembers or knows who these girls are or cares about them, right? But it's such a interesting kind of topic in terms of what it is, right? Like he finally found the people who basically helped him when he was like in his starting stages before he became world renowned and all this stuff, right? So obviously, as a viewer, I want to see what happened. What did he do? Right? I have thoughts in my head instantly from watching and hearing that hook. And you kind of want to think about that whenever you're making your videos. How can I make the viewer as interested as possible in my videos? How can I give them a reason to watch? Right? We even have this one.
Oh my god. Drake texted me! What do I say, bro? No, not that. No, don't say that. Hey, Drake, you trying to...
Right. So this video is really kind of coming off as just how to make good hooks, which is important, but it's really the ideation of the video in itself that a lot of people don't understand, which is that your video, hook, whatever, it doesn't matter if the video itself just isn't interesting. Like, nobody gives a fuck, right? Off the rip, obviously people care about Drake, whatever, but I would say one of the biggest things that I noticed from this video off rip is expressions, right? He made sure in this video to edit it to have speeds, facial impressions, whatever, and there isn't even really a hook. It's just, oh my god. So the viewer's like, what happened?
Oh my god.
Right? That's a whole second into the video. Oh my god.
Drake texted me!
Drake texted. Right? Instantly, the viewer, well, I guess we already know right here, wants to know, like, what's gonna happen. It's an interesting topic. Drake doesn't just text anyone, especially Speed, like, what happened? And this video got, like, I think 8 million views or something. Right? So you really want to try to ideate whenever thinking of new video ideas. Do not think of it just from your perspective. Think of it from a viewer's perspective of, is this even interesting? And it's not even just, is it interesting? How can I make it interesting for the viewers so that they actually keep watching the video and are interested in literally whatever it is that I'm talking about, right? You can talk about the most boring topic ever. It doesn't matter. There is an audience for it, right? You just have to make it super interesting. Look at Vsauce, for example. How many people, probably everyone, had science class, and they were probably bored out of their fucking minds when watching listening to your teacher during science class, right? But we love Vsauce videos. Why do we dream? Right? He explains it and talks about topics that we actually think about and are interested in. This is like the most perfect example of it. Turning boring topics interesting, as well as making them simplified so that the viewer can understand it. So hopefully this video was able to give you some insight. If you are interested in learning from me and learning these types of tricks, how to do YouTube shorts and go viral in order to get monetized, I have a program, link in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.